Welcome to the 321 report. This is episode 5, and episode 4 was a pretty big success. I was really proud of that one. Had a lot of comments on the drone footage that I got in Salida, Colorado, and the neighboring areas. So that was really awesome. And if I didn't respond to you personally, I tried to start doing it, and there was like 1,000 comments. So I just didn't have time to do it. But I want you all to know I truly do appreciate your kind words and recognizing that I put my heart and soul into that video, and there was a lot of months worth of not being there and not knowing personally how it felt to be on the ground there. So it was great to be able to do that, and I really appreciate all of you who left your comments. I got freaked out there for a minute because it said live. Yeah, well, it says live. I'm not live. I'm recording this. So anyway, just so y'all know you didn't miss a live. So as a team, we've decided we're going to have a little more structure on our channel. We've got Chappie in the role of our producer now. So what he's going to do is he's going to keep us on track. He's going to keep us organized. He's going to keep us consistent. With us being in 3 different states and with us all having full-time jobs, it's a struggle to keep this consistent, keep it going all the time. But we're going to do our very best, and we're committed to having certain things on certain days. Our very best, and we're committed to having certain things on certain days. What we're going to try to do is have a 321 report, which occasionally I'll do those live. Occasionally I'll have guests on here. So we're going to have that on Wednesday nights or Wednesdays sometime. We're going to have a set time. I don't know what that is yet, but on Fridays, we're going to have our live with Tyson and I, and Chappie in and out, other guests in and out. Chappie's mostly going to be concentrating on producing the show, though, and keeping us on track. We're going to have more structure in those lives where we have segments that we talk about certain things. So this is all good stuff. It's going to keep us more fine-tuned. It's going to keep us more consistent, and we're really looking forward to doing that for you. So today I'm going to talk about Bardstown, Kentucky. So what's going on in Bardstown? What has been going on in Bardstown for like the past 10 years?
The worst day of my life.
Ma'am, do you about the status of the officer? Is he conscious?
I believe he's dead.
Bardstown is a small community. It is has approximately 14,000 people that live there. It's right in the heart of Kentucky. It's about 20 minutes off of the I-65. The I-65 runs from Chicago down to Mobile, Alabama. A lot of cities in between there. A lot of potential for a lot of crime there. So we're going to get into that later. But the adventure that I'm about to take you on, getting into some cases from Bardstown, Kentucky, is going to blow your mind. This adventure involves missing persons, several brutal murders, 2 sets of twins, alleged dirty cops, and a ton of unanswered questions. So there's a linear timeline that starts in 2010 and goes all the way to today, really. But the last incident was in 2016 that I'm going to talk about. But we've had some new developments here recently that I'll be able to talk about. It's a linear timeline that I'm that's the way that we think. We think in linear ways. We think from 2010 to 2016. I'm going to start 2010, go to 16. That's not what I'm going to do. I know I'm talking really fast, sorry. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the most popular and most covered case of them all, and that is the case of Crystal Rogers.
Shay's been following this case since Rogers went missing in July of 2015. Early on, there were several developments in the case, but 4 months into the investigation, new information seemed to slow. Here's Shay McAllister with a look back at those first crucial months.
Crystal Rogers has been missing for 5 years. Her family has searched, prayed, and fought for answers.
I'm gonna get those answers one day.
Last seen alive on July 3rd of 2015. Family says Rogers' cousin saw her walking out of Walmart, and then she spent the night with her boyfriend, Brooks Houck. Houck told police they were at his mom's farm, feeding the cows, and then they went home. He says he went to bed.
So you go to bed, she stays up, what's she doing?
She's just on her phone, playing, I don't know what game, but she normally plays a game of some kind.
July 4th, one day after she is last seen alive, her family starts to worry. They say they can't get a hold of her. Her mom, Sherry Ballard, files a missing persons report at the Nelson County Sheriff's Office. And on July 5th, the first big development. Someone spots Crystal's maroon Chevy sedan on the side of the Bluegrass Parkway. When her dad, Tommy Ballard, goes to see for himself, he finds her keys, phone, and purse inside.
If Crystal's out there and can see us, we're hunting for you.
Dozens of friends and family spent the rest of the day and night searching the highway and rural areas surrounding it. But family says Houck never offered to help.
He's had no emotion. It's like nothing's changed to him, and to us, our whole world has changed.
July 6th, the family announced a $25,000 reward in her case. The next day, July 7th, Brooks is brought into an interrogation room at the Nelson County Sheriff's Office, where he sits down with Detective Jonathan Snow. He explains when he woke up, the couple's baby, Eli, was in bed next to him, and Crystal was gone.
And so when you wake up, he's there, but Crystal's not.
She's not.
Okay. And so did you try to call her, or?
Yes, I noticed that she wasn't there. I didn't know exactly what to think. I don't know what time I called her. Yes, I called her that morning.
The interview was interrupted by Houck's older brother, who at the time was a Bardstown police officer. Nick Houck telling his brother Brooks he should leave the interview, and he did. On July 10th, the Nelson County Sheriff's Office executes a search warrant at the Houck family farm, the last place Crystal was said to be alive.
This property is the last property that she was seen at, as far as we've been told.
Later that week, on July 15th, Brooks' brother Nick is interviewed by the Kentucky State Police. Detectives say they found bodily fluids in his vehicle. He says he can't explain why. For the next 3 months, the family continues to search, walking through woods, wading through water, determined to find the missing mother of 5, and waiting on word from police. Mid-October, local authorities drop 3 major developments in the case. First, then Sheriff Ed Mattingly announces Crystal is officially presumed dead.
there's certain things that people do that when they exist on this earth, and she has vanished from earth, and I think it's safe to say that she's dead.
Then we learn Nick Houck has been fired from his job as a Bardstown police officer after the chief said he interfered with his brother's police interview.
I was less than impressed, was very bothered by some of the actions that were displayed.
Then, we learn Nick Houck has been fired from his job as a Bardstown police officer. Later that same day, in October of 2015, the sheriff declares he has his eye on one man in this case.
They're looking at one suspect and one suspect only. That's Rogers' live-in boyfriend, Brooks Houck.
But Brooks Houck is not arrested. He is not charged. These developments in the first 4 months of the case would be the most tangible as the wait continued for 5 more years.
In August, the FBI announced that it was taking the lead on the Crystal Rogers case. Search warrants wrapped up at two of the 3 locations being searched Thursday. This was around August 7th. But the FBI continued to have a heavy presence at the Houck family farm on Pascal Ballard Lane on Friday. The FBI is remaining tight-lipped about their investigation, and there was plenty of activity for a second consecutive day. One of the reasons that they have a renewed interest in this case is because in July of 2020, some remains were found not too far from the farm where Crystal Rogers was last seen. They're not saying if it's Crystal or not. It says, according to the report, the remains likely belong to a female estimated between, I'm not trying to laugh, but this is a big gap. Female estimated to be between 24 and 82 years old. That's a big gap. This is not the first person to go missing. This is not the first incident to happen. Crystal's disappearance is like the 5th thing on the list of things I have if you went in chronological order. But I wanted to start there because it seems everything branches out from her case. What I will be talking about next is a man named Jason Ellis. He was a police officer, a canine police officer that was murdered on May 25th of 2013. So I want to talk about that next, but there's a lot more to talk about with Crystal Rogers. I'm just going to leave it at that right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to get out to Bardstown as soon as I can. I appreciate you all. I thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate our sponsor, Merrill Boots, and all they do for us. Those who listen to and watch these videos, we appreciate you. We love you. We're going to continue to work hard, try to do what we can to bring closure for these families. Thank you all. Talk to you later.